My instructors were Gilbertino and John Elia. Gilbertino, for me, he was like a barbarian. He just moved straight in. He didn't care. You know, if you retreated, he walked away. He didn't want to fight. You know, there was, as in anything, there was three systems, basically. And he called them attitudes. He called them shields. You know, there's one where you just advance. There's one where you just set. And there's other one where you're just long. And those right there, what I'm talking about is what's called rhythms and beats. Somebody tries to hit me, I'll go into a zero beat. I'll totally bypass. Boom. It's not what you guys think. Somebody says, oh, the Decuerdas is vertical. You know, we're going to block. Why should I wait for you to hit me? I mean, it's like two vultures. You know, the heck with this. I'm going to go kill something. You know, I'll hit you. You look at me, I'll hit you. You don't look at me, I'll hit you. You know, if you don't want to fight, I won't fight you. You know, but what happened was in our training, for example, just as reminders for us, it was condensed. Once this stick went here, this represents something for me. This is attitude number one. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to move in. Okay. Once I come in here, this is a largo mano. Anything you hit, I'm going to be moving like a boxer. I'm going to evade and hit. Once I'm in here, I'm closing up. I don't know you. But once my opponent is like this, I know what he's going to do. He's going to move into me. So I have no other recourse but to either fight him like this, go here or here. And that's why I'm going to start. This is what I'm going to do. It gives me time to do. If another guy's like this or he's like this, whatever, but he's going like this, I know he's largo mano. What choice? Well, how can I fight him? I can go like this, or this. I can immediately assess my opponent just by doing this kind of stuff. If he's right in here, I know he's corto, medio, right? He's more apt to catch anything that I come to him. He probably won't charge me. You know what I'm saying? When he's like this, he's a brother to me, and now he's going to go in there. You know, it's also about war. You know, my instructor used to say, it's like all of you rush me, and I have to protect him. How can I fight? Well, there you say the Decuerdas rushes forward. Well, if I rush all of you guys backpacks me and kill him. My objective is to keep him safe. So now I have to learn how to fight running backwards, protecting him. Because you know, you guys kill him, the war is lost. You know, I was taught to fight jungle style, one guy against 3, one guy against 5. How do you stop that? You know, so when you hear me, I get excited because I feel teamy. You know, that's why I hate to pick this up because I'll go. If I ever go number 1 attitude like this, you'll feel me from across the room. You know, I have no other option but to kill, and I'm going to be moving like this. If I go like this, it's more passive. You know, I'm waiting. You know, when I'm going like this guy's deceitful. I'll fake injury. You know, I'll fake I'm scared. But I'm going to bring you into this. There's 19 systems in our system. Don't trip over it. All it means, they're concepts and principles. Okay? Right? Watch. Why is it that I am the way I am? Dino was a heavy man. 260 easy in his prime. 280. And I have so much love and respect for him. When I talk about Dino, you think he's this tall. Nah. But he was stocky. You see his legs? Big legs. So, he didn't dance. You know, he didn't dance. He's big. When he got sick, he got skinnier. But he was big. His attitude, you know. Dino, if you punch him, Dino would just go boom, boom, and hit you. Not too much messing around. You know, you have a big cave in here. You know, everything that I do, it's about attitude. It's about warfare. It's about duress. He geared me for that. Okay? That's why I didn't like to teach. I was forced to teach. I'd be happily content not teaching. Because then I can go into my little world. You know? But now I'm an instructor. I'm forced to start bringing you stuff of war. You know, one of the first things they study is duress. You know, if I'm teaching a group of guys, Dino said this to me, Arturo, I want you to make a curriculum. You're in charge of 70 soldiers. What are you going to teach them in a year's time? Oh, okay. Okay, so I made a big thing for him. I presented it to him. And he goes, okay, he's eating a piece of pie. And then he says, okay, now you only got 6 months. And in 6 months' time, those guys are going to go to war, and if they die, it's your fault. Scratch my head. And all that stuff I'm going to teach him for a year, I reduced everything. I started throwing stuff out, it's no good. And all of a sudden, he said, okay, you only got 3 months. And he keep repeating the story until he told me, okay, you only got 3 days. How in the heck can you teach somebody all the knowledge that you have, and if you have 70 soldiers assigned to you and they're going to go to war, and it's your fault? How do you teach them? How do you teach all these arts? And that's when the beauty of the art starts coming in. That's when they say, okay, this is a concept. This is how you teach. Right? When I taught today, all you were doing was one technique. Isn't it true? I kept repeating, I kept just tweaking it, tweaking it, tweaking it. And look what you guys got to accomplish. And you're able to take something home because you still got it in you. That was a concept. Okay? Basically, a concept is the figure eight. You only got so much time. What are you going to teach them? I'll teach somebody a figure eight. There's 12 strikes. Okay. So figure eight, defense against everything. Like inside, outside, just keep doing the figure eight. But teach them what? An hour, less than that. But see how quickly you can get stuff? It's great to teach somebody in a quick, systematic way. That's it. Take too much time.
So your job is to go write all this stuff down. We didn't have that. There's no written material. Sometimes there is no syllabus at all following. It's just, okay, we're going to do this today. And sometimes it's all over the place. Because sometimes it's just on film. You understand? But you got to start writing this down. You got to change it for the next generation.
But you guys listen to me. What he's telling is right, but just have this. When those guys were saying it, they would say, you strike here. You strike 3 things. You strike muscle, joints, vital organs. You cannot touch one without affecting the other. You see? And then what else do you do? Oh, you lock. You strike, you lock. And then what else you do? You strike, you lock, you throw. And then what else you do? You strike, you lock, you sweep. And all of a sudden, all these are arts.